All right. Okay, this is a show about solution pollution, and this is going to be about questions about how can we solve the pollution problem. Okay, the number one question is, what do you have to say about the pollution that is all around us that we breathe every single day?
I think that overall, obviously pollution's like a bad thing, but pollution also comes from things that kind of help us progress as a society, stuff like cars and factories and stuff like that. So while it's a bad thing, it just means we're progressing, and I think that we need to do more to figure out ways that we can progress, but progress in a way that doesn't harm our environment more than we already have.
In the environment, there is about water and air, but I'm thinking like there's mostly about the air. How about the water? What do you think is wrong with the water?
Well, I know right now in the Pacific Ocean, there's like a giant island of trash that's just kind of floating around, and I know that trash ends up on beaches all over the world from this island, and it's getting to a point where eventually our oceans are going to be uninhabitable for fish and other sea creatures, and we're going to lose those things forever for future generations. So while air pollution is important to us because we breathe it in, I think the bigger threat is water pollution, because without water we won't live anymore. So
what are the causes, or who is more responsible for these problems happening?
I think we're all responsible as people that buy stuff. That stuff has to get made somewhere, and it has to get transported somewhere, and it has to go through all these steps, and each step is more and more fossil fuels that we're burning, more and more pollution that we're throwing up into the air, more and more waste that we're creating that ends up in the ocean. So we're really to blame, us consumers, people that buy stuff. We're the ones that are responsible for it.
How can we help China get rid of their polluted air that kills the lives of 4,400 innocent lives in a day?
Well, to convince a country like China to stop developing the way that we've been developing is really, really difficult, because we had, as the United States, 200 years of expansion and growth without people telling us to stop. And so I think you have to incentivize alternative energy solutions, and I think our government has to work with the Chinese government, because we're the biggest polluter in the world. China is the second biggest polluter, gonna become the first biggest polluter. We have to work with China to help incentivize using alternative energy sources so that we can stop polluting our planet.
Can you tell the world what is needed to be done for our beloved planet to pollution free?
To be pollution free, we'll have to rely on things like solar energy, geothermal energy, nuclear energy, even though people don't like to use nuclear energy, wave tidal energy, wind energy, hydrogen energy. We need to just use alternative forms of energy so we can stop burning coal, and so we can stop using gasoline, which are our two largest contributors. At the same time, we need to be planting more trees and stopping the deforestation of places that help to curtail that pollution.
Now that everybody started helping the planet, what do you think of the future world that we may be living in?
I think now that people are more aware of the effects that pollution are having on our Earth, I think the future is bright. I don't think we've crossed that threshold yet where we can't fix it. I think we're approaching that threshold, but I don't think we've passed it. And I think now we're at a spot where people it's hard to deny that global warming is a thing, global climate change is a thing, and that it's really going to drastically affect people's lives, especially people that live on islands in the Pacific Ocean. They're going to be underwater soon. And so, yeah, I'm excited for the future because people are aware and people are making an effort to change now, more so even than just 5 or 6 years ago. It's been pretty crazy how quickly that's happened.
If you had one chance of a choice to save a country from a deadly pollution, which country would it be?
Selfishly, I would pick the United States because that's where I live, that's where my family lives, that's where all my friends live, that's where all my students live, that's where all my coworkers live. And I think if we were able to create a situation in which the United States was pollution-free, I think a lot of other countries would follow.
I would like to say thank you for helping the world be a better place, letting everybody know what has to be done.
Thank you, Amabwe.